See, I'm riding high. Whoa. Kinda broke the ceiling, y'all, so all I got is five.
Stand for opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. Now what does that mean? In a right triangle, if you have random angle, let's say 30 degrees, and you have a side over here that you want to figure out, or right there. And how are you going to figure that out? Use one of these. If you have this is the adjacent, this is the opposite, since it's the opposite of the angle, and this is the hypotenuse. And if you have this adjacent, and you want to find this opposite, what you're going to have to use is TOA right here, because it has opposite and adjacent. So what you would do is get your calculator, and you would press that cosine button right there. Punch in the angle you want. The cosine of 30 is 0.866025. Okay. Once you have that number, you would times it by the number that you already have, which is 5 here. That times 5, that's 4.3. So this missing side is 4.3.
Understand, I'm an exception. The Obama contraception, not a vulture. I'm an eagle. I'm going to get my lawn cut by illegals. There will be an influx of Hispanic voters in trucks. Look, if you don't believe, I'll tell you what, 10,000 bucks.
Okay, for number 2, we're trying to find the side length. I don't know why, I just wanted to use this angle. So subtract 32 from 90 to get this angle right here, and then you do cosine 58 equals 14 over x. You're using cosine because it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So, and then you multiply x on both sides, so you can get the 14 alone, and then you get cosine 58x equals 14.
On Instagram, straight flexing. Pop the molly, I'm swing. Pop the molly, I'm swing.
And then you find the cosine of 58 on the trig chart and multiply it by x, so you get 0.53x equals 14, and then divide 14 by 0.53 and you get 26.42 right there.
Drop that air, make it boomerang. Take my belt off, dip them pootie tang, tippy tay. You gon' get a tip today. That you gon' get some. I walk in with my crew and I'm breaking their necks. I'm looking all good, I'm making their way. They pay me respect, they pay me in checks, and if she look good, she pay me in.
For number 3, you were trying to find the angle instead of the side lengths, so you're gonna need to do tan because it's opposite over adjacent, so it's tan x equals 5 over 7.5. You want to make that a decimal, so you divide 5 by 7.5 and you get 0.67. Tan x equals 0.67, and then you divide tan on both sides, so you can do the inverse. So inverse of tan times 0.67 equals x, and then you look on the trig chart.
Slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, clap, clap.
So for the inverse of tan, you look for under tan 0.67, and that is right there. No, right there. So it should equal 34 degrees. So that makes it x equals 34 degrees.
We are. You would use tan because you're using opposite and adjacent. And so you plug that into the equation of tan 42 equals 3x plus 3 over 4x. Then you get x equals 5. Round it to 5.
Okay, for the real world problem, if you were like a tiling guy or whatever, people that put tiles in your house, and you like had a square tile, but like the person wanted a triangle tile, you would have to split the tile, yeah, to make a triangle. So if you wanted to know the degrees of the angles, if you needed to like fit it somewhere, you would do this. So the side lengths are 4, 3, 5. It's a rectangle, by the way, not a square. So it's cosine x equals 3 over 5 right here, so it's cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, so that's cosine x equals 3 over 5. So, but you want to find the angle, so you have to use the inverse. So you do 3 divided by 5 is 0.6, because you want to turn that into a decimal, so it's cosine x equals 0.6, and then you divide both sides by cosine to make it inverse. So it's x equals inverse cosine times 0.6. So you look under the trig chart. So under the trig chart, you look under cosine for 0.6, which is right here. So that's 53 degrees. So that makes this 53 degrees, x is 53, and then since these are alternate interior, that's also 53, and then these are complementary, so you just subtract it from 90, and that's 37, so if you wanted to, you can use the alternate interior here also for 37, to find 37 degrees right here, and then you can just do the same thing on the other side. And that's it.